Hi, my name is Angela Skurtu, and I am with St. Louis Marriage Therapy. You can find me at www.therapistinstlouis.com. Today, I would like to talk to you about responsive desire versus spontaneous desire. So essentially, these two desire types. Spontaneous is essentially when you're a little more hormonal associated with your desire. In fact, 70% of men and 30% of women tend to be more spontaneous in their desire style, which means based on fluctuating hormones, when you're younger, for example, you might have more of the desire where it just seems to come up and you just feel it all at once. And it feels to come out of, like it comes out of nowhere, right? Like these people just have the desire. And the responsive types are kind of the opposite. They're like ovens, right? So if you think of it like microwaves and ovens, responsive types need to warm up, need to build into their desire. They could spend their entire day never thinking about desire, entire week without thinking about sex or sexuality. And it just doesn't cross their minds. But that doesn't mean they're not sexual people. What it means is they need to build into their desire. So how responsive desire works is you may be at a complete 0 on your 1 to 10 scale. And essentially your partner, maybe who's spontaneous, is at a 10 and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. But it's a responsive kind of like, meh, I could go either way, or not at all. I don't feel this at all. So what spontaneous and responsive desire types need to learn to do together is work with each other's desire types. So there's not a right or wrong to one side or the other. However, if you're a responsive type, you need to recognize that you're a responsive type, and you might need to work on, okay, what are the things that help me warm into sexuality? So say my partner is coming at me at a 10 and I'm not there. What do I need to say to move into that space? What do I need to do to move into that space? And that may look like, can we just talk for a little bit? Can we just talk and connect for a little bit? Or it might look like, can we put the kids down to bed early tonight, and for the next hour, let's do something fun with each other. Let's laugh together. Let's flirt together again. Because something people need to be aware of is that when you feel, like when you basically go from your day-to-day life to now you're trying to be sexual, if you're a responsive type, that it just doesn't compute. It feels very foreign and strange. Whereas this is the difference for the spontaneous type. A spontaneous type, they kind of compartmentalize, right? Where they can sometimes, they can like go straight from one to the other because it's like, oh, sex is on the table. Why would I not do this, right? And so there's nothing wrong, right or wrong with these differences. But if we are trying to make a relationship with these two types look all one way or all the other way, that's where we come into problems. Right? So like if spontaneous desire type is expecting their partner to just have lots of intense desire every time they come to the bedroom, or even any time, honestly, then they will be sorely disappointed because they're not going to get that. But what you can get is, let's build into desire together. Let's do something tonight to feel close and sexy with each other. Maybe let's do some massages. In fact, there's this whole group of people who have hot tubs. What do you think they're doing in hot tubs? It's not straight sex. Often it's building into responsive desire, slowing into the process, warming the oven, essentially. And so what you have to do is learn what your cues are. Another thing that's important for responsive desire types to know about themselves is they have hard breaks. So I told you the spontaneous percentages, but I didn't tell you the responsive. So on the responsive side, it's 70% females are responsive and 30% of males are responsive. And what that means then is, well, 50-50, right? If half of the population is one and half the population is the other, and you're worried about desire, that's likely what's happening, is your different desire types. And again, no rights or wrongs, just differences. Sometimes responsive desire might mean you're laying together naked in bed and you're just cuddling and you're feeling each other's bodies. And then over time you build into that feeling of, oh, this feels nice. You take pressure off. So if things happen, cool. If they don't, how do we just enjoy intimacy together? And this is the thing that's really interesting about responsive and spontaneous desire. In our younger years, we're more spontaneous, but as people age, more people turn towards responsive desire. And what this means is that even the men and women who maybe once were very focused in on their hormones and could just pounce on you in the middle of the night or whatever, whenever you pounce on each other. Over time, as you age, you will need more responsive style. Like all of you will work more towards the responsive style. You'll need to warm up. So as we all age, it actually is more natural for us to not just get natural, like intense erections right away, but to need to build in and warm into that. And so I want you thinking about, like, what are the things then, if we're all kind of headed towards responsive desire in our aging process, what might you need to do to shift how you're having sex? This is Angela Skurtu, and you can visit me at www.therapistInSt. Louis.com. Thank you very much.